unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live, Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Gervonta Tank Davis cheated in the fight with Ryan Garcia. The judges really try to jerk him. That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Bear with me. I got a lot of content to dish out, so you might as well hit the subscribe button. Big fight week is now concluded, but there's a lot to discuss, and I'll be doing that on my channel. Gervonta Davis knocked out Ryan Garcia, King Rye, blemished his undefeated record, much like Mayweather did when he was the older fighter and the more seasoned fighter versus Canelo Alvarez. No excuses. Ryan Garcia got hit to the liver and he decided to quiver. He decided to shiver. Fight over. Again, bear with me. I'm just catching up. The judges. We got to talk about the judges in boxing. And to a degree, I almost don't like talking about it because nothing seems to improve. In Las Vegas, the judges tried to jerk Gervonta Davis. Let the boy Ego explain. So in round 2, Gervonta Davis was being ambushed, and, it seemed to be effective for the most part in the beginning of the round, where Ryan Garcia, for whatever reason, the first round was more of a filler round. Second round, Ryan Garcia got a bit reckless, but, it was creating excitement, the fans, and he was like trying to ambush and bull rush Gervonta Davis, right? All that changed when Gervonta Davis stood his ground and landed a counter left, which sent Ryan Garcia to the canvas, and he was definitely rocked. It was a nice punch. It was an overhand left, if I'm not mistaken. So in boxing rules, that should be a 10-8 round. Case closed, period. However, I do know the rules of boxing. There are select instances where you could score it if you're a reasonable person, reasonable judge, as a 10-9 round. But to get a 10-9 round, that would signify that Ryan was, basically doing so much that it overshadowed just the knockdown and kind of, it's almost like a bit of a reprieve. Like, hey, even though you got knocked down in this round, I think Ryan Garcia deserves the round and we'll just give you a point for the knockdown, which is, again, subjective. Now, for me, I'm pretty by the book. Unless you did something miraculously, like you had the person out on their feet and then they somehow knocked you down and then you survived the round or something crazy like some movie Hollywood stuff, then I'm not scoring it a 10-9 round. It's a 10-8 round because you got dropped. Bump all that other stuff you were doing, because if you actually look at the round, and unfortunately with Showtime, when you order the pay-per-view, you can't replay it. So I ordered it digitally and I did the Boxingego watch party. Thank you so much for everybody that partook in that. We're doing pay-per-view numbers, over 150, 160,000 views that we did on that 3-hour stream. Now, that being said, I haven't been able to rewatch the fight, but my memory is usually pretty accurate. Some of the punches weren't landing. It's similar to, you always see this, especially with black fighters. When Floyd Mayweather's fighting Miguel Cotto, Cotto's effort or Oscar De La Hoya's effort to try to hurt Mayweather gets a reaction from the crowd and it looks good. So if you're not keen and you don't have a trained eye, you might start scoring a bunch of that stuff as like, oh, he's doing so much. But Ryan Garcia, he got aggressive. I think he was winning the round, but when he got sat down, all that was nullified in the race because Tank countered him, and that's the equalizer. So to me, I think 10-9 round in this instance was a stretch. However, Tim Cheatham, look at the man's last name. His last name is Cheat Him. He can't wait to cheat him, and that's exactly what they tried to do to Tank, because 2 of the 3 judges scored a 10-9 round for Ryan Garcia. So they gave him the round, and it should have been a 10-8 round, but they decided it was a 10-9 round. Now, which is even more insane and bonkers, is that Dave Moretti seen the same round 2, And despite Ryan Garcia getting hurt and dropped, doesn't matter how good you think he was doing, because he really wasn't doing all that. He was just trying to land. Gervonta, keep in mind, he has a good defense and he's blocking some of the shots. Somehow, some way, Dave Moretti, who gets a lot of big gigs, scored the round a 10-10 round. What the is up? Like, how did you score it a 10-10 round in a round where somebody got knocked down? Please explain how mathematically you arrived at that conclusion. So basically, they both did such great work that nobody won the round. Like, stop it, bro. In my history of the sport, I have never seen somebody score a round where somebody was hurt and dropped and floored with a beautiful counter as a 10-10 round. Like, maybe, just maybe, and I'm really stretching it. I'm like Dalsim from Street Fighter 2. I'm really stretching, trying to reach. Maybe if they traded knockdowns or something and it was just such an even fight. But usually in the course of 3 minutes, you can tell in most instances, one guy got the better of it. And Tank Davis, to have floored Ryan Garcia, he got the better of it, because nothing Ryan Garcia did to that point floored Tank. Tank never looked like he was in trouble. Post-fight, Tank said he was never hurt by anything from Ryan Garcia. You never seen Tank's legs buckle. Very sharp, very astute, and he was just on the money. I really gave Ryan Garcia like one round in this whole fight, which was the first round, which was really a filler round, right? So you continue to see old media tries to cheat and paint narratives for the fighter. Now, that's just the judges. In addition, you had ESPN and they're writing folklore. It says big chance of Ryan. What does that have to do if you're doing round by round scoring? Who cares what the crowd is talking about or who they're chanting for? You know, there's chants for Canelo over Floyd Mayweather in Vegas because, you know, there's some racist fans and fans that like Canelo, right, that made the trip. What does that have to do with the actual fight, right? So how are you going to even start the assessment with big chance of Ryan? If anything, say that last or don't say that, because no one cares what the crowd is chanting. Score the round. It says Garcia unloads a flurry of punches with the right hook, landing to stir the crowd. Once again, they're hell-bent on letting you know how the crowd is reacting to it. Ryan Garcia, now more settled, is starting to look for bigger shots like he was before the knockdown. Davis landing a big counter in the final minute, but again, is it enough to give Davis the round? 10-9 Garcia, 57-56. So somehow they had Ryan Garcia up and he got dropped in the round. I mean, this is just ridiculous, bro. So you could tell old media was out to help Ryan Garcia some kind of way. And if whether that's painting a picture or falsely scoring a round, which is like with some weird pencil whip numbers. I mean, it looks stupid. But here's the other thing with the ESPN saying that Garcia was ahead and, you know, he was winning the crowd and all this other stuff is this was in round 6. So after round 6 ended, this was their assessment of the fight. The very next round, Ryan Garcia got knocked out and quit. So I keep showing you and proving I'm truly the best in the business. My predictions, my assessments, they never look like this. You don't see me say the tenor of the fight is a certain way and then the fighter gets knocked out in the same round or the next round. Don't think it's ever happened, right? So it just goes to show you Roger Mayweather was right. Most don't know ish about boxing. People have their favorites and they're not even being objective and they're being highly subjective. To give Ryan Garcia all this credit for round 2 because he was trying, all that was ended when he got knocked down. You know, to talk about how the crowd is chanting Ryan's name, that has nothing to do with the actual breakdown of the action. Tank was very responsible, very mature performance. His face looked better in this fight than the Rolly fight because Rolly was a bit rougher and taking his time and I think maybe elbowed Tank. There was nothing wrong with Gervonta's face. He was never buckled or wobbled or drunk. from any punches from Ryan. This is just, again, folklore. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. They try to cheat my man Gervonta Davis, but it didn't matter. No matter what old media is talking about, Tank Davis destroyed Ryan, dominated Ryan, and got the stoppage by KO. Not TKO, but a KO. Congratulations to Gervonta Davis. Clearly you were up against everything and you prevailed. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with a $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.